And now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
Question for you. Question for you. Do you love your work? Do you love what you do? Do you love the difference you make every day? Do you get out of bed with pride and with joy in your heart to go make a difference today? I hope you do. I hope you do. Well, if you want to know how to do that, you came to the right place right here, right now. You're with us. My name is Phil Zeller. This is Effective Communication. And all the time, there are clues around us of what it takes to create a great culture. And you think about your workplace culture and you think about the environment. Are people enjoying themselves? Are they productive? Are they getting things done? And if they're not, why not? It's amazing how many people I talk to would like to feel better about where they go to work. They would like to feel better about the environment. The old saying goes that if you find something you love to do, you never work another day in your life. Well, that's going to come back on you. I'm sorry to say, my friends, there is not anybody out there that knows you better than you know yourself. And trying to find out what it is that really drives you, motivates you. I've shared with you before on the show that you really need to think about your values and what your belief system is and what's going to bring that out of you. And in a culture of an environment, I oftentimes have business leaders say, what can you do to get everybody on the same page so you have a place where everybody wants to come work to? And I remember a couple of years ago, I got to sit down and talk with Alan Mulally. And some of you may remember Alan Mulally. He was the CEO of Ford Motor Company. And Alan just has this way about him. I mean, you can have a conversation with this guy, and it doesn't matter what beverage it is. It matters that you're having a conversation. He is so down to earth. And I met him through my mentor, Ralph Nichols, and I got to sit down and talk with Alan, and it felt like I was talking with an old high school buddy. It was really, really cool. And as I talked to Alan, he shared with me that when he came to Ford Motor Company, that the goal he had was to get everybody on the same page, to get everybody, rowing the boat together, to get everybody to work with one another, show respect for one another, leverage each other's skill sets, and get them engaged. And how many times do we talk about engagement? And if you think about employee engagement, what does it take? Employee engagement is where people are committed. It's where they're passionate about the work they're doing. It's where the energy is buzzing and things are getting done and people feel like they're part of something that's bigger than them and they're into it, right? And you see this in organizations where people have a high level of effort and they're putting themselves out there. They're persistent, even if the task seems overwhelming. They want to fight it. They want the challenge. They live for the challenge, right? They want to overcome those difficult things, and they take initiative. They feel like they can do stuff for where they're at in their organization, and they can make a difference, and it's going to help the organization. And so they're accountable to the work that they're doing every day. And there's a collaboration in which everybody realizes that, everybody I work with knows something I don't know. And how can I leverage that? And how can we become better together? And really, Mulally put together this infrastructure to save Ford Motor Company because it was destined, like other auto manufacturers in America at the time, like General Motors and Chrysler Fiat, they were struggling. The U.S. government had to bail out those organizations and help them because they were really struggling, whereas Ford, under Mullally's leadership, took control of their own situation. Well, how'd they do it? Well, one thing that Alan shared with me is that they put in new processes to make sure that everybody understood their purpose and that strategy was understood. And everybody knew this. So everybody knew they were a player. Everybody knew they had a skin in the game and they were part of it. And that was foundational to the success of where the organization was going to go, is that everybody knew their purpose. They felt that their purpose was understood and that they could make a difference with what they did for the organization. And with that, they developed a strategy to help the organization be more successful. And Alan shared that everybody must know the plan. So we talk about effective communication here. Alan really wanted everybody to know the plan. Everybody. Put it up, put it where everybody can see it. Nobody should not know the plan. Everybody should know what's going on so they can understand how they're contributing to the plan. So one of the things that Alan shares is that everybody must know the plan. He shared that everybody must know the status of the plan at all times. Where are we at in the plan? How's the plan rolling out? What's going on with the plan? And then the other third thing he put in there is that everybody knows there are areas that require attention. I mean, we all struggle. We all struggle with different things. Well, what are those things we're struggling with? And let's get it on the table and let's deal with it. And let's be profitable, and we'll grow the successful business for all. So as you think about creating this culture, use the advice from Alan Mulally. Help people find their purpose. Show them how it relates to strategy, and develop a plan that executes on what their purpose is. And everybody in the organization will be successful, and you'll have the culture that you want for your organization. Now go make it happen.